What up, y'all? It's Teacher, and today we're gonna be looking at y'all's theories for Pokemon Legends EA. Let's go. Remember, if you want to email me, it's right here. Theory about Legends Lumiose. Hey, T-Tar. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm still on firm belief that Legends EA will be in the present or the future and not the past. Otherwise, this theory wouldn't make sense. What if the Legends Lumiose map blueprint isn't just the normal Lumiose we know, where the 5 spots are the plazas? What if those 5 spots are the 5 towns around Lumiose, and the Legends Lumiose is ginormous? Okay, this is actually something suspicious and interesting. Here's an image of Lumiose as they showed us in that trailer, right? You can see it's circular just like we know Lumiose to be, and there's the 5 spots that we've dubbed the 5 plazas, the Jaune Plaza, Bleu Plaza. It's the 5 colors. But this layout of us having 5 cities has been used before, very suspiciously. This is a map of Kalos, of course, right? Lumiose in the center. This is where all of Legends EA would take place. But something suspicious you'll notice is that those 5 plazas, the exact locations of those plazas actually works out to 5 towns surrounding Lumiose. So if you just enlarge the scale of Lumiose and draw the circle not around here, but around all of this, it becomes the same thing again, where you've got these 5 marked. So a while back, I made a video talking about how if they went super in depth with Lumiose City, that they could expand it so far that it feels as big as Kalos itself. Like just this small slice could be expounded to be bigger than Anistar, Snowbelt, and all put together. You could have all kinds of little alleyways and all that are actually the size of routes. Think about it, routes are pretty small, and that's because they have to be shrunk down for Pokemon games. But this is a whole other approach on the same idea, where what we're looking at here isn't exactly Lumiose. That this is the Kalos region itself. So let's expand on this theory a bit with some ideas. So when you look in the trailers and they say the Lumiose City redevelopment plan, and then you see how the hype season describes the entire game taking place in Lumiose, and then you look at this and see that it's just a blueprint, you could have an idea where this does not exist. When they say the game takes place in Lumiose, it actually takes place in a Kalos that the Napoleon figure is trying to transform into Lumiose running the entirety of Kalos. And so this same structure of having this pentagon of 5 cities, it's the exact same shape pentagon. That's really what the redevelopment plan is. They're trying to conquer Kalos. I'm going more off a blueprint idea of a plan he has, but you're saying to put this game in the future and that he already did this. And so this is actually the Kalos region, not necessarily Lumiose. This would be little Lumiose in the center. This is a really cool idea. Now, there are some discrepancies, which is that this is very obviously Lumiose, right? But it's real fun food for thought that the exact locations of the plazas is the 5 closest towns and cities to Lumiose. Makes you wonder if they're gonna explore some kind of history of Kalos. It's a fun exercise to put this idea in the past and say this was Napoleon eyeing 5 nearby locations that he wanted to overall conquer into a big Lumiose, which is fun because the 5 places surrounding Lumiose have a blend of new and old. Here you have the one to the north, Laver City, which appears to have been made 1,500 years ago by people, it says, inspired from a mysterious tree there. And then you even have this place here, Camphor Town, which is an ancient town and home to a noble family, because this is the town closest to the Palace of Versailles here, Parfum Palace. It is a fun notion to think he was eyeing these 5 lands as proper spots to make his dream bigger Lumiose. And then pretty much, you know, we stop him and we let the 5 locations return to being their own independent locations, and Lumiose itself redevelops to just be the Lumiose we see today. Now, of course, this right now is an unlikely theory. It makes sense what's going on. The entire game is just taking place in the same Lumiose we know, and it feels like it's a game taking place in the past. But this is real fun food for thought, and technically until trailers come out, we can't really tell what's going on. Man, just to build on the future idea, imagine you go to those 5 places. Like, let's say, for example, you go up here and this is supposed to be Rouge Plaza, the red plaza. And if you read the signboards, it says, like, Rouge City, formerly known as Laver City. Just eerie that the 5 cities, they've been just overtaken and they're just called Red City Rouge City, Jean City, and all. But yeah, of course, one last time grounding ourselves. These 5 are too close inward. They're supposed to be a lot further apart. And I mean, final evidence, you can see the prism towers right there and the scale of it. So yeah, obviously, most likely this is just Lumios. And it's back to what we were saying earlier, where they're just gonna expand Lumios, make it so detailed that it is a full, vast region for you to explore. I think, what did I call it? The Lumios region. It's gonna feel like that. But I do want to ask you in the comments, do you think there's some meaning to these exact 5 locations when you expand them outward, lead directly to those 5 immediate locations near Lumios? Do you think Legend Z could tell us some untold lore about what Napoleon man was up to back then? And do you think Legend Z takes place in the past or the future? Obviously not the present, right? It's a Legends game. Which do y'all think? Shank that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.